But right now, we do have the mugshots of both former Uvalde CISD law enforcement officers who have been indicted in the Robb Elementary shooting tragedy that happened more than 2 years ago. Adrian Gonzalez turning himself in just today. And tonight, the families are telling us this is only the first step on a long path to justice.
Justice, there's different types of justice, and this is one form. This is probably the most important form of justice, because in this case you get the positions, you get to see, hopefully it goes to trial, and hopefully you get to hear from Arredondo himself as to what he was thinking as he's letting these kids get slaughtered and take their last breath, as the parents are trying to go into the school and try to save their own child.
News 4's Amanda Henderson has been working in Uvalde since we first broke the news yesterday. She joins us tonight with more.
Former Uvalde CISD Police Chief Pete Arredondo has been criminally charged. The indictment slamming his response to the Robb Elementary massacre, in which 21 people were killed. Former Uvalde CISD police officer Adrian Gonzalez has received a similar indictment. Now, the indictments of both men are something the families of the Uvalde victims and survivors call a first step.
It's a good step. It's a good step, but it shouldn't end here.
Arredondo is facing 10 counts of child abandonment and endangerment. He allegedly, quote, intentionally, knowingly, and recklessly placed 10 surviving students from classroom 112 in, quote, imminent danger of bodily injury, death, physical and mental impairment. Similar to the scathing remarks he received from this year's DOJ report on the response. Gonzalez is facing 29 charges of child abandonment and endangerment, representing the children who were killed in and survived classrooms 111 and 112.
It was a shocker for 2 years, a little over 2 years. We've been waiting to hear something.
This should be the first two out of many. Like I said, I'm happy because Pete is finally having to face some sort of accountability. Adrian Gonzalez is having to face some sort of accountability, but there were 374 other people there.
These indictments are the first we've seen since the massacre. State Senator Roland Gutierrez, who represents Uvalde, says more should have been done.
2 indictments over hundreds of officers that were on site, at least 50 that were in that hallway. Nobody from the Department of Public Safety indicted.
Reporting in Uvalde, I'm Amanda Henderson.
And we also received a statement from Nico LaHood, the defense attorney of Adrian Gonzalez, who says in part, quote, our firm represents Adrian Gonzalez. He will be self-surrendering so the judicial process can move forward. It is very early on in our representation, so we will be working to acquire the evidence the government is relying on in this accusation. Mr. Gonzalez's position is he did not violate school district policy or state law. The application of this statute to law enforcement under these circumstances is unprecedented in the state of Texas. It will take time to evaluate these allegations and the underlying facts.